Hey folks, it's Dave Gillespie here. We're at the Ptbo Animal Care Center. We're doing a walk around with Pat Cascanet. All right, stand by for a little walkthrough. And here we are at the outside of the new Humane Society, which is, what's it called?
G'day, sir. People, fire department people, you have your auto sprinkler connection right off to the front. As you pull on in through your turnabout, your hydrant connection is back off to my right here. As we make our way to the entrance, your lockbox key will be on this column right here. Provide us access through the front door. Once you're in the front door, you will see the annunciator panel, indications of different zones. It does have a sprinkler system, a wet and dry facility. Also has voice communication throughout the building as well. You stay with me, we're going to take you back off to where we're going to shut the gas off. Jumping down this hallway.
Hey, Bob. Here's my favorite. Right here. Hey, big guy. Sprinkler shut-off valve is in the northwest corner of the building. There's the obvious valve right there. Anything else you want to say back here?
Oh, I think we're pretty covered back here for fire department stuff. All right, people, we're back. The area we just traveled, that's the adoption side. Those are dogs are ready to go to the public. The section we're in now is rented via SPCA. They are also through the center section of the building for rehab and behavior control for any animals coming from different situations. Typical kennel is as follows. Regular living area for the animal itself. You have an access door that goes back out to the yard. And for fire department information, everywhere in this building is sprinkler. That is your dry system portion of the system itself to ensure the safety of the animal. Corridor we're traveling now, you have laundry, you have food prep, cleaning of bowls, the animals themselves. Cage supplies off to our right. More cleaning stations. They are in the process of just moving in.
Here we are in the back southwest corner of the building, going into the main alarm panel. Anything you want to say back here?
Along with your main fire panel, it's your main electrical room and incoming service is also located at this corner of the building itself. There's a shut off to the exterior, and again, you would have to view your fire stuff down there. This side of the building is the south side of the building. This is the main intake for animals that have been rescued or brought in via the public, 24 hours a day. As it was going back through. It's a quarantine area, and they do have some areas back off to the side here where they'll do minor medical repairs. Once they pass quarantine, behavior training, etc., they get moved into the far side for adoption, but the process starts back over on this wing, south side, center side behavior, any rehab that needs to require, and then back over to the north side of the building there for public access and adoption.
Hey, so these are some of the individuals who come and help fire and police to deal with a difficult animal at odd times. So could you give us an example of what you do or how we notify you?
Yeah, so we do a variety of things. We do bylaw enforcement. We also do stray pickups for the city of Ptbo as well as different townships throughout the county. So if it's in an area that we service, whether it's after hours or during business hours, will come out and give assistance if you're ever going to a call where there's an animal involved and the owner is incapacitated or being arrested, or for whatever reason they're no longer in the residence able to care for their animal. Then we can be called out and we'll provide assistance with taking that animal into our care and housing them for the time being until other arrangements can be made for that animal.
That's great. What happens if we were at a house fire and an animal is is harmed, like smoke inhalation? Those are pretty common for us.
Yeah, so definitely call us. What we would do is we would arrive on scene and we would rush that animal up to the Kawartha Emergency Veterinary Clinic. And then from there, the Humane Society would kind of front any cost that is deemed necessary to keep that animal's pain management under control or to keep that animal alive. Once they get into the care of a vet, we are kind of working off of what the vet will recommend. So if it's a case where the animal is in extreme dire distress and the best case scenario is to euthanize the animal, and that's what the vet is recommending, then oftentimes that's what solution we'll take.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Anything to add?
I think she said it all.
Excellent. And your name?
My name's Liz.
Liz, we are Dave and Pat. Thank you very
Nice
much.
to meet you.
Much appreciated. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you look like you need to come to the home of a dispatcher. Yes. Or maybe it's you. Okay, here we are. We're up into the second.
Right on the facility itself, there's a couple boilers on site there to go ahead and assist with their heating of the building itself. Minor electrical components back off in section. Earlier we showed you where the main service came in, but these are just sub panels coming back off of that. The main reason we're up in this room is for these, give you an idea, air handling units. They have a few throughout this building. 3 back down this section, 1 back over on the far side there, which is the eastern portion of the building. When we get an alarm or anything to do with the air handling system itself, this is what we're talking about. Indicated via the smoke detectors inside the ductwork, usually located roof area, if not on the roof, very close.
Okay, what do we got here?
This is the sprinkler room, people. This building is sprinklered for the protection of the occupants, humans, and such. You do have a wet and a dry system within this building. Gauges are according. Obviously, the dry portion of the system is anywhere where water could freeze. So a lot of our kennels that we have for the animals to get exposed to the exterior would be the dry system. Interior wise, regular ambient temperature kept up, that's where your wet system will be. But very well protected.
Yeah, so when we get a little blip in the water supply,
Absolutely.
and how does that activate?
It'll end up bumping a little bit of the bladder that's back off on that pipe right there. So the pressures will equalize off. That sends the system itself into alarm, basically saying we have some flow going on. And the system itself has no idea. It just knows that there's movement. Something's changed in it. And the pressure's equalized. It figures that water is falling somewhere from one of the discharges as per design. Again, it's a piece of machinery, can be tricked. And that'll happen as our regular supply system surges throughout the city. You'll get that in certain areas. As you well know, you've taken those calls. So.
And here we are back on the outside. What's up here?
Right here, spay and neuter clinic. So, just like Bob Barker says, spay and neuter your animals. Anyways, we're not going to go on inside. There's active, we're not going to go past.
We can open up the door.
Yeah? Get the card?
It's locked. Sorry.
It'll be locked.
Okay.
Right? Because it'll be in lockdown. Nothing's up and running at this point, but the surgeries are actually ongoing. The building's not open to this public at this point, but we're not going to enter inside. They have clients they're taking care of at this point.
Many radiation machine, or
Yes.
X-ray.
So down here for fire people, hazards, they do take X-rays and they do some cleaning of their surgical materials via some radiation. Right? It would be a hazard for us that we have going through there.
Yeah.
And
was it rad?
Hey?
Was it rad or X-ray?
There's
there's
X-ray.
X-ray. Sorry.
It'll be X-ray, but they also have, I think there's a cleaning section that
yeah.
they were going to that we didn't go into that day.
Yeah.
So there was something else going on. Definitely, if you just want to leave it at X-ray, leave it at X-ray. That's cool.
No, that's cool.
The other hazard you'll have, it obviously has to do some kind of oxygenation while they're being surgery being performed on them. So they also have that capabilities at this section. This portion of the building is inaccessible to the rest. It's a separate entity, so there is a separation from the actual spay-neuter clinic to the adoption center to the SPCA.
Right on.
So, all-encompassing. You want to get an animal? Come on down, right? Got the spot where you can do your adoption. If the animal is not ready to go at this point, SPCA will go ahead, rehab it, and teach it some behavior stuff. End product is to the north side, and off it goes. If you need some other help with your animals that you already have, they do it here as well.
Nip and tuck.
Nip and tuck, people. Nip and tuck.